A very good afternoon, dear children. Today we are going to do one of the shortest poems of English literature entitled Fog. That is the ninth poem in your book, and the poet is Carl Sandburg. You may be noticing that it's just written in 2 lines, the poem being a very short and easy one, right? Fog is probably, Carl Sandburg's best known poem. Since it's very short, it's very easy to understand as well, right? So, that is the best known poem of the poet, and it has been a popular choice for study since its publication in the year 1916, right? Carl Sandburg was, inspired to write the poem, and that too he wrote it in a single day. Since that's very much clear from the length of the poem, right? Children, just read it. The fog comes on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbor and city on silent haunches and then moves on. Right? The only word, difficult word, and that too is given in the description glossary. On haunches, it means sitting with knees bent. Right? Children, the poet wants to say that the fog comes silently and very slowly, and it resembles the appearance of that of a cat. We never notice that a cat has come. Have you ever seen a cat approaching us? Right? So the cat comes very silently, it comes slowly. We cannot feel that, we cannot hear we cannot hear the voice of cat's feet that are approaching us. So the poet has compared fog to that of a little cat, right? He says that fog comes silently and slowly, exactly like that of a cat. Like when we are all of a sudden in front of a cat, at that time only we realize that cat has appeared, right? So exactly same as the scenario with fog. Like fog comes silently and slowly, like we are not able to notice it all, like we are not able to notice that it's coming. So when it comes, it does not disturb us, right? It sits silently as a cat does, means cat doesn't disturb us. So the poet is talking in opposition to many of the people, because majority believes that cats do harm in the sense of like spoiling our things, right? So it sits looking over harbor and city. It says that it goes on falling and like looking silently over the harbor and the city, and then it moves on at all, like a gust of wind on silent haunches, and then moves on. That means that then it moves on all of a sudden with a gust of wind, right? So actually, what he wants to state here, the poet takes pleasure in the lap of nature. Carl Sandburg is actually describing nature. He states that, like, when difficulties are faced by people, they become hopeless and shattered, right? So it takes a lot of courage to overcome any problem, to solve any problem, right? So the poet has compared difficulties to fog. See, try to read in between the lines. So the poet has compared difficulties, right? So fog has been compared to problems and difficulties of life. He states that as fog comes and goes, in the same manner difficulties and problems come in the life of human being, and they go after a certain period of time. So one should not lose hope and should be brave enough to face these obstacles and problems of life. So one should not lose confidence in such a situation. Rather, one should find solutions, as difficulties will also soon disappear as fog disappears, right? So the general idea of the poem is not to describe fog only. The poet wants to reflect the attitude of people who continuously cry over their problems, who generally keep on complaining about their problems of life. The poem is about the change. The poem is about come and go. It's often reflects over the circle that goes on in this life. Means the problems come, the problems go, right? Happiness come, happiness goes, right? So in this manner the poet has conveyed a beautiful idea within these two lines. So I hope that's clear to all of you. So have a reading of the poem once again and do solve the exercise question answers. So happy learning. Thank you.